press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
How are you all of you? So many days you are bounding in the four walls because of the corona. The school has not still been opened due to the corona crisis. That's why the online classes are going on. The first I will tell you, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಕೂಡ ಕನ್ನಡ ರಾಜ್ಯೋತ್ಸವದ ಶುಭಾಶಯಗಳು. ಮುಂದೆ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Who am I? You don't know. Don't you know? Because I am your new teacher. Which class shall I take? You don't know? Think about it. Which class shall I take? Okay, you don't know because I am new teacher here. First, I have to introduce myself. My name is Basuraj. I am working as a social science teacher for 4 years. I have experienced with 4 years. I am going to take social science class. There are 4 branches in social science. The first one is history, political science, economics, geography. Among 4 these, I am going to take history class. Then, what is history? Students, think about it. What is history? You may have heard in the last classes, what is history? Don't you know? Have you forgotten? Because of corona, you are all bounding in the 4 walls. Yeah, I will tell you. What is history? History is a systematic study of past events. History is a systematic study of past events. What is history? History is a systematic study of past events. What is history? History is a study of past events. How do we study? Systematic study. Systematic study. What do we study? Past events. Past events. What is history? History is a systematic study of past events. How do we study? Systematic. What is the systematic? What are the past events? We shall discuss about in this class. In this class, we are going to cover general class. What is history? How do we study history? What are the importance of history? Okay, first, history is a systematic study of past events. History can be classified into 3 types. 3 types. One is local history. Second one is nation history. Third one is world history. World history. Local history, nation history, world history. Okay. Local history. What does it mean? A local history, which means a history which is occurring around of us. Example, Chitradurga, it is one of the history. Nearby Hampi, it is one of the history which was ruled by Krishna Devaraya, Vijayanagara dynasty, and Chitradurga was ruled by Palegaras dynasty. There are number of places which are ruled by many dynasties around of us. They are called as local history. Nation history, which means our country history. There are number of empires who ruled over the nation. Which is our nation? India. The biggest empires are, the first one is Maurya Empire. Who started Maurya Empire? Chandragupta Maurya started Maurya Empire. And second one important dynasty is Mughal Empire. Who started Mughal Empire? Babur started Mughal. Babur founded Mughal Empire. And next one is Gupta Empire. Gupta, which was ruled by in North India. Gupta was ruled by North India. Gupta was ruled by North India. In South India, there are number of dynasties who ruled over the South India. The first dynasty of Kannada, Kadamba dynasty. Kadamba dynasty, Shatavahanas, Cholas, Cheras, Pandyas, Savanas, Badami Chalukyas, Chalukyas of Badami, Chalukyas of Kalyani, Rashtrakutas, Vaisalas. These are all the dynasties who ruled over the South India. And the biggest empires of Mughal Empire, Maratha Empire, Maurya Empire, Gupta Empire, Vardhana Empire. They ruled over the northern part of India. This is called as nation history. A local history, what are the examples of local history? Vijayanagara dynasty, Chitradurga dynasty. And world history. The world history which refers the history of the world. There are 7 continents in the world: Europe, North America, South America, Asia, Australia, Antarctica. Among these, Asia, North America, South America. These are all countries, these are all continents have a history. This is called as world history. There are 3 types of history: local history, nation history, world history. Then again, the local history further, these histories also further can be classified in 3 types. One is nation history, ancient history, medieval history, next modern history. There are 3 types. The history can be classified into, in respective of age, history can be classified into 3 types: ancient history, medieval history, and next modern history. Ancient Indian history, ancient modern history, ancient medieval Indian history, ancient modern history. Ancient Indian history, medieval Indian history, modern Indian history, and also world history can be classified into 3 types: ancient world history, ancient medieval world history, modern world history. Okay. When we study about the nation history, the Indian history can be classified in 3 types: ancient India, medieval India, modern India. In the 8th standard, in the 6th, 7th standard, you have studied the ancient India and medieval India. In 8th standard, we are going to learn modern Indian history. Once we have to discuss ancient Indian history and medieval Indian history. Those who ruled over the ancient Indian history, which was the first civilization of India. Harappa civilization is the first civilization of India. Harappa civilization is the first civilization of India. It established the bank of river Indus. It flows over the north part of India. Next, no, we have forgotten, history is a systematic study of past events. Systematic, which means history we can study. First we have to study ancient history. Next we have to study modern medieval Indian history. Next we have to study modern Indian history. This is Indian history. As the same in also world history, we can study ancient world history, medieval world history, next modern world history. This is systematic study, which means dates are very important when we study the history. First, step by step, we have to study history as a step by step. First, we should not study modern history. We have to study ancient history. That is systematic. History is a systematic study of past events. What are the past events? The kings. The kings. When was he crowned? When was he crowned? What were the contribution given by king? Contribution. Contributions of art, architecture, literature. These are all what are the contribution which given by the kings, respective kings. And next, cultural and how are society being in the ancient history. Social system, how many castes are there? And next, what is the economic system of that king? And next, what are the contribution given by king? And next, their lifestyle, their food style, their cloth style. These are all the things which we have to study in the history. That is why, therefore, so that history is a systematic study of past events. There are three types: ancient history, medieval Indian history, modern history. In the ancient history, we have to study. The first one is the first civilization of India, Harappa civilization. Harappa civilization, which established on the banks river of Indus, which is originate in the Himalaya mountain. Today we can call as a Sindhu river. The first civilization. Every civilization was born on the banks of river because they needed water to the agriculture. That's why, therefore, they started first dynasty, first civilization, bank river Indus. And next, medieval history, medieval Indian history. What are the civilizations that can be seen in the ancient history? The first one is Indus civilization. It is also called as Harappa civilization. Harappa civilization. The Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization are founded by Dayaram Sahani in the year of 1921. And second one is Vedic culture. Vedic culture. Do you know that what are the four Vedas? Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvana Veda. These are all the Vedic culture which can be seen in the second. After the civilization can be found Vedic culture. Next, after the Vedic culture, we can study the Maurya Empire, one of the biggest empire in the India. That is called Maurya Empire. Maurya was ruled over the North India. The capital city of Mauryas is Pataliputra. Next, Gupta ruled over the north part of India. The Gupta dynasty. The Gupta dynasty, which was the famous king of Gupta dynasty, is Samudragupta. And next, third one dynasty is Vardhana dynasty. The capital city of Vardhana dynasty is Tanishwara. Harshavardhana is the famous king of this dynasty. These are all the dynasties systematically we have to study systematically one by one. First, we don't study Gupta Empire because we can't understand unless the study of Maurya Empire. First, we have to study Maurya Empire, Gupta Empire, next Vardhana Empire. And next, at the same time in Karnataka, in the South India was ruled by Shatavahana dynasty. Afterwards, the first one is, these are all the history, these are all the dynasties are included in the ancient history. The first one is in Karnataka, or surrounding of the South India were ruled by Shatavahanas, Kadambas. Kadambas is the first dynasty of Karnataka, which is the first inscription of Karnataka, Halmidi inscription. This is the first inscription of Karnataka. The Halmidi inscription, which was carved by Takusa Varma, He was the famous king of Kadamba dynasty. This is the first dynasty of Kannada and also first inscription of Kannada. Which is the first inscription of Kannada? Halmidi inscription. And next one is Kadamba. After the Kadamba dynasty in Karnataka, next Shatavahanas, Kadambas, next Gangas. You may have heard Bahubali statue is there. There is a Bahubali statue in nearby Asan. It was built by Chavundaraya. Chavundaraya is the prime minister of Ganga dynasty. After the Ganga dynasty, Kadambas, Gangas, the Chalukyas of Badami. Students, have you gone to any trip? You may have seen the Badami, Banavasi, next to some other places around of that. Badami, which was ruled by Chalukya's dynasty. Chalukya dynasty, famous king of Chalukya dynasty, Pulakeshi II. He was called as Dakshinapateshwara. He waged battle against the king of Vardhana dynasty, his name Harshavardhana. By defeating of Harshavardhana, he earned the title of Dakshinapateshwara. All south was under control by Chalukyasa Badami II. His name Immadi Pulakeshi or Pulakeshi II. After the Pulakeshi II, we have to study before Pulakeshi II, before Chalukyas of Badami, we have to study Shatavahana dynasty. After Chalukyas of Badami, we have to study Chalukyas of Kalyani. And next, we have to study Rashtrakutas, next to Vaisalas. These are all the dynasties which were come during the ancient Indian history. Which are the dynasties which come in the ancient Indian history? The first civilization, next to empires, next dynasties. What is dynasty? What is empire? Empire, which means the empire is one of the biggest empire. The empire is one of the biggest province that controls so many states. There are three empires in the Indian history: Mughal Empire, Maurya Empire, and Gupta Empire. Vaisalas, Kadambas, Gangas, Chalukyas of Badami, Chalukyas of Kalyani, Vaisalas, next Rashtrakutas. These are all the dynasties which can be studied in the ancient history. And next one is this Karnataka history and whole Indian history we have to study Maurya Empire, and next one is Gupta Empire, Vardhana dynasty. Next one is medieval Indian history. Medieval Indian history we can study the first medieval Indian history. When we footstep on the medieval Indian history, the first dynasty which begins from Delhi, Sultans of Delhi. Before that, we have to study the small kingdoms of Rajputs, Chandelas, Guhilas, so many small provinces which are ruled over the north part of India. After the Rajput dynasty, before that, Muhammad Ghazni and Muhammad Ghori, who attacked over the India. Muhammad Ghazni, he attacked over India 17 times. He demolished the temple of Somanatha temple of Gujarat. Okay, and then Muhammad Ghazni, who came to India, Muhammad Ghori, who came to India, when he returned back, his disciple who started the Delhi Sultans. There are 5 Delhi Sultan dynasties are there. The first one is slavery dynasty, Khilji dynasty, Tughlaq dynasty, Sayyid dynasty, Lodi dynasty. The first slavery dynasty which was started by Kutubuddin Aibak. Kutubuddin Aibak 1206. Kutubuddin Aibak 1206. This dynasty which begins from 1206 to 1290. After the Kutubuddin slavery dynasty, after that Khilji dynasty who ruled over the Delhi. That is called Khilji dynasty. Khilji dynasty which was started by Ghiyasuddin Balban, and the famous king of this dynasty Alauddin Khilji. You may have seen the film, the actress Deepika Padukone. That film name is, I don't know in Hindi. Okay. Khilji dynasty, Alauddin Khilji was famous for his market policy. And next, third one is Tughlaq dynasty. The famous king of this dynasty, Sultan of this dynasty, is named Muhammad bin Tughlaq. And next, Sayyid dynasty, last Lodi dynasty. And Lodi dynasty, the last king of Sikandar Lodi. He was defeated by Babur, was the foreign invader who invaded to India, and defeated the Sikandar Lodi. He started the new dynasty that was called as Mughal Empire in the era of 1526. In the era of 1526, the battle, which battle he had defeated Lodi dynasty? The Panipat, second Panipat battle. First Panipat battle. This battle was taken place in the place of Panipat. That's why it is called as Panipat battle first. And next, the famous king of Mughal Empire is Akbar the Great. Because why do we call Akbar the Great? Why was he called as Akbar the Great? Because he popularly known as Akbar the Great because he famous for his religious policy. He loved all religions, irrespective of religions such as Hindu, Muslim, Christians and Sikh, whatever it. He loved all the religions. That's why he was famous for his religious policy. Akbar. Next, Aurangzeb. You may have seen the Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan, who belonged to this empire. And next one is Aurangzeb, and the last most famous king of this dynasty was Aurangzeb. He died in the year of 1707. And next one is, at the same time, the contemporary years, this part was ruled by Maratha Empire. Maratha Empire was the famous and founder of this dynasty. The prominent king of this dynasty was Shivaji Mahashaya. Shivaji, you may have heard the name of Shivaji. Shivaji was the founder of Maratha dynasty. He ruled over so many years Maratha, and he built a strong empire in India. His name Shivaji. After the end of Shivaji, the Maratha province, which was under controlled by Peshwas, already this year, this is completed. This is the ancient Indian history. This is medieval Indian history. These are all, which means the dynasties of Delhi, Mughal Empire, Maratha Empire, in Karnataka, Vijayanagara Empire, Bahamani Empire. These are all which are included in the medieval Indian history. Ancient Karnataka, Kadambas, Vaisalas, Shatavahanas, Gangas, Cholas, Cheras. These are all these are all which belonged to ancient Indian history. Medieval Indian history in Karnataka, Vijayanagara, Bahamani Empire. And next in India, Mughal Empire, Maratha Empire, and next to Delhi Sultans. At the end of the death of Aurangzeb, medieval Indian history ended. Next start modern Indian history. When there were trade and commerce relations between India to the city of Constantinople. The Constantinople was the gateway of European trade. The Europeans who came to India, who are the Europeans who came to India? The first one is Portuguese, next Dutch, third English, next last one is French. The modern history which begins from when Europeans came to India. Why did they come to India? Because for trading, doing the trade in the eastern countries. India is enormous of spices items, cloth, muslin cloth, cotton, jute. They had to carry the cloth items, then sell in the European market. That's why they came to India. And next, this is Indian history. In Karnataka at the same time, Europeans who came to India, the freedom movement which was started against of British rule. And next, Battle of Plassey, Buxar were taken place, Anglo-Maratha war were taken place, Anglo-Mysore war were taken place. And next, the Sipahi Mutiny took place between British and Indians. All the modern history we are discussing about only for the Indians were trying to drive out British from India. That's why. Therefore, modern history was called as Christianity history, because all the Europeans were belonged to Christians. And medieval Indian history was known as Muslim history, because entire medieval Indian history was ruled by Muslim dynasties such as Delhi Sultans, Mughal Empire, so many states. And next one is ancient Indian history was called as Hindu history, because all the dynasties of Hoysalas, Kadambas, Rashtrakutas, Badamis of Chalukya, Badamis of Kalyani, Vardhanas, Cheras, Cholas, Pandyas, these are all the dynasties. They were belonging to Hindu history. According to James First, historian of Europe, he can be classified in three types. The first one is Hindu history, Muslim history, Christian history. This is the type of history. Next, students have understood history is a systematic study of past events. And next, history can be classified into every local history. Local history have a ancient history. Local history has a medieval history. Local history has a modern history. And nation history have a ancient history, medieval history, and modern history. And world history have a local history, medieval history, and modern history. Do you understand, guys? Okay, now? Okay. In the 6th and 7th standard, you have discussed the ancient history and medieval history. No, in the 8th standard, we are going to learn modern history, which means modern history, it can be called as Christian history. Why? Because all the Europeans who ruled over the entire modern Indian history. In the 8th standard, we are going to discuss modern Indian history. It can be also called as Christian history, because the modern Indian history was ruled by British Empire. They needed raw materials from India in order to improve their industries in England. That's why they came to India. They looted India. The raw materials were gone to the England by the British. The entire India was The entire India was completely erupted, the completely empty by the British. The British exploited the Indian common people, and there are number of dynasties. Sorry, there are number of freedom fighters who fought against the British, such as Mahatma Gandhi ji. Before that, we should know that Bhagat Singh, Lala Lajpat Rai, Jawaharlal Nehru, Rani Lakshmibai, Tata Topi, Nana Sahib, Jayaprakash Narayan, so many freedom fighters who fought against the British in order to British drive away from India. All these and also battles are so very important. The first battle is the first battle took place between British and Indians, that is called Battle of Plassey in the era of 1757, which took place between Nawab of Bengal and the British. Finally, second one battle is British defeated the Nawab of Bengal. His name Siraj Uddaulah. The second battle is Battle of Plassey, which took place between British one side, another side, who were there, Mir Qasim, Shuja Uddau, Shalam II. This is the Battle of Buxar. The Battle of Plassey, Battle of Buxar, through these battles, British gained the most part of this place. In the year of 1757. Next, there were three Carnatic wars which took place between French and English. Finally, the first Carnatic War, 1746 to 1748. Second Carnatic War, 1749 to 1756. Third one is 1758 to 1764. The British successfully gained this place by the waging war of Carnatic Wars, by defeating the French. Next one is Mysore dynasty. During that time, Karnataka was called as Mysore was ruled by Wadayar dynasty. Before that, in the middle of Wadayar, Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan who gained the Mysore dynasty, and they ruled over the Mysore dynasty, but they were defeated by the British by the four Anglo-Mysore wars. First Anglo-Mysore War, which took place in the era of 1764 to 1768. Second Anglo-Mysore War, 80 to 84. Third one, 1793 to 1791. Next, fourth one is 1798. By the four Anglo-Mysore Wars, the British successfully gained the Mysore province. And next, British concentrate towards the Maratha province. Successfully defeated the Peshwas, they gained also this place. And next, British concentrated towards the Sikh region. There are two Anglo-Sikh wars. British gained this place also. Entire India was controlled by British. The British, why did they make war? Because why did they wage the war? In order to extend their empire all over the India. The first, they had come to trade in India, but the changes into imperialism, the entire which was under the control of British. There are 14 or 15 wars. These are all the incidents which are going to discuss in the 8th standard. Next, what are the chapters can be discussed in this 8th standard? The first chapter one is how, when and where. 8th standard, we are going to discuss 6th and 7th standard. You have discussed the ancient history, medieval history. 8th standard, we are going to discuss modern Indian history only for, not world history and not Karnataka history. Sorry, Karnataka history will be there. Karnataka, ancient, modern Indian and Karnataka history will be discussed in the 8th standard. But in the world history, world history also can be classified into 3 types: ancient history, medieval world history, modern world history. The first, 8th standard, there is no world history, only for Indian and Karnataka. That, what are the ages? The modern ages of history. Which are the chapters which can be covered in this year? The first one is how. I am going to introduce the chapter's name of this session: how, when, and where. And where. How was history, which means a systematic study of past events. What happened in the past? How happened in the past? When was it happened? How was it happened? Where was it happened? These are all 3: how, when, and where. How was it taken place? Means, for an example, the first one is Mughal Empire. Mughal Empire. How, when, where. Just students, just you have to understand the concept how, when, and where. How was Mughal Empire established by Babur? Babur was the founder of Mughal Empire. We have seen that Babur established Mughal Empire in the year of 1526. 1526. How was Mughal Empire started in 1526? Babur, who attacked in this side, and this time India was, which means Delhi was ruled by the last dynasty of Lodi dynasty, the last king of Ibrahim Lodi. Ibrahim Lodi. The battle which took place between Ibrahim Lodi versus Babur. Babur finally successfully defeated the Ibrahim Lodi, and he founded the Mughal Empire in North India over Delhi. The capital city of Mughal Empire, Agra, which means nearby Delhi. Taj Mahal was built by Shah Jahan on the banks of river Yamuna. How? We have discussed, we have learned how was Mughal Empire established. When was Mughal Empire established? In the year of 1526 CE. CE, which means common era. 1526 common era. Where was it established? Agra, nearby Delhi, which means Delhi. These are all the things will be discussed in the first lesson. This is one of the battle, only for one dynasty was established. We have seen only for. Next, when was king's crown ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಕಿರೀಟ ಧರಿಸಿದ, ಪಟ್ಟಾಭಿಷೇಕ ಅಂತಾರಲ್ಲ ಹಂಗೆ. When was king had children? And next, when was the first civilization born in India? Next, when did people begin to drink tea? When did people begin to start wear a cloth? There are all these things will be discussed in the first chapter, that is called how, when, and where. And next chapter is from trade to territory. British from trade to territory, which means British only came to India for trade, that converted into trade into territory. They captured some territory of India. Third chapter is ruling the countryside. Countryside, which means villages, ruling the villages. Next one is tribals. Tribals, who are known as tribals, the people, they are going from one place to another place. They do not stay at a place, at one place. And next, Dikus and the vision of a golden age. Next, when people rebel, 1857, it was also called as Sipahi Mutiny. And next one is colonialism and the city. Total 6 chapters shall be discussed in the part 1. Tomorrow we are going to study how, when and where with PPT. Students, what we have studied? The first one is the meaning of history. And next to the clearly meaning of history. Past events, how to study, what do we study, how do we study history. We have seen, we have learnt all these factors. And next one is the types of history, kinds of history. 3 types of history: geographically and yearly. Okay, I think you have understood. Okay, this is today class, how, when and where. Now I will leave the class. Students, I want your feedback. How was it my class? It get to energy, to increase my energy. Thank you.